Time now for the morning rush. Many questions remained this morning for Rio Rancho police after they say a man was driving around town with a woman that he had shot and killed. Rio Rancho police say they got a call around 4 yesterday morning from a resident who said that a man walked up to their home and admitted to shooting a woman. They convinced the suspect eventually to drive back to Rio Rancho, and that's where he was arrested and surrendered and taken into custody.
New this morning, a man is in critical condition following a shooting in Santa Fe. Police say Saturday night around 9 they were called for a shooting at Santa Fe Apartments on Camino Alegre. When officers arrived, they found a 34-year-old man in the parking lot with one gunshot wound. Police are asking anyone with information to come forward to help in their investigation.
We're still waiting to learn more about a shooting that sent one person to the hospital yesterday morning. Police were called to the Maverick gas station near Juantabo and Copper. It's where they found a person who had been shot. That person was then taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. Temperatures at 31 this morning, so needing those warm winter layers to start. We'll be in the low 50s this afternoon, not as warm as yesterday, so make sure to add more layers to your wardrobe, and we'll be seeing some breezes.
Years after a controversial obelisk was torn down in Santa Fe Plaza, the city is finally working on a replacement. City councilors proposed a resolution to redesign the monument as well as establish an Office of Equity and Inclusion. The original obelisk was torn down by protesters in 2020 because of one of its plaques in a carving referring to indigenous people as savages.
Later today, lawmakers will discuss a bill that would make it a fourth-degree felony to buy, sell, or trade an automatic firearm. And the House Commerce and Economic Development Committee will discuss a bill to improve the working conditions for background actors, as well as a bill to repeal the state's film tax incentives.
The United States will begin transitioning its COVID vaccination program to private companies as soon as this fall. That means Pfizer and Moderna will begin selling the COVID shots directly to healthcare providers at a higher price. Erica.
Here's a look at our threat index. It is low today, but we'll see a chance for spotty showers in northern and western New Mexico with some high winds in the southwest.
A suspected Chinese surveillance balloon was taken down by a U.S. fighter jet over the weekend, just as the balloon passed over the open water that was off the coast of South Carolina. China claims that the balloon was a civilian aircraft and not a spy tool, called the takedown, quote, an obvious overreaction and serious violation of international practice.
Fighting intensifies in eastern Ukraine today as the country approaches 1 year of Russian invasion. Reports indicate Russian forces are close to cutting off supply lines into the city of Bakhmut in northern Ukraine. Russian missiles rained down on the city of KRQE yesterday, injuring at least 4 people. Erica.
All right, let's get a check on traffic. Here's a look at the maps. They are clear, no accidents or slowdowns. And here's a look over the Big I, starting to busy up out there, and no weather issues for the morning commute.
Hundreds of revelers are lining the narrow alleys and bridges in Venice to admire a flotilla of boats carrying on the first full day of the city's annual carnival. The event opened on Sunday with a parade along the city canals and under the iconic Rialto Bridge. The traditional carnival first began in the 11th century as a period of excess before the rigors of Lent.
Time now for the 5 facts.
And number 5, if you're still looking for a gift for your significant other this Valentine's Day, well, there's still time to check out the Espanola Humane Society's Valentine's Day themed online auction. The Puppy Love virtual auction kicked off on Saturday, and it features more than 100 items. Some of those items up for grabs in the auction, they include paintings, folk art, unique jewelry, and even gift baskets. Bidding closes at 8 p.m. on February the 11th. The proceeds will benefit the Humane Society's work.
At number 4, Santa Fe City councilors are now discussing how to replace the controversial obelisk in the Santa Fe Plaza. Years after protesters tore down the structure, some say what's left has now become an eyesore. Back in 2020, the monument, which had a carving referring to indigenous people as savages, was torn down by protesters. In response to a community opinion survey, city councilors are proposing to redesign the structure. The resolution will be introduced at the Santa Fe City Council meeting on Wednesday.
And at number 3, we do have incoming snow. We'll see that by tomorrow morning across much of central New Mexico, with a chance for rain, mix, and snow in the metro.
Later today, this is number 2, lawmakers at the Roundhouse on the Senate Health and Public Affairs Committee will discuss a bill that would make it a 4th-degree felony to buy, sell, or trade an automatic firearm. Also today, the House Commerce and Economic Development Committee will discuss HB 23, which aims to improve working conditions for background actors and ensure they get paid regularly. It will also discuss the Republican-backed HB 237, which aims to repeal the state's film tax incentives.
And at number 1 this morning, Rio Rancho police are still investigating after they say that a man was driving around town with a woman that he shot and killed. Officers say that they got a call around 4 yesterday morning from a resident who said that a man went up to their home and admitted to shooting a woman. Police say that they went to the caller's home, but the man left before they arrived. Officers were able to call the suspect who was driving around the metro and convinced him to drive back to Rio Rancho. The man surrendered and was taken into custody. Rio Rancho police have not released the name of the suspect.